Elvis? Oh, no. Don't get on the bandwagon now, brother. Don't do that to me now, brother. That's not fair, dude. You said you were scared the whole series. You said, oh, it might be the first 3-0 comeback. It might be all this. Might be all that.
I had to do it
Bullshit.
for my guy. I had to take it off the wall for the one
After
time.
y'all were fucking, after you were saying
For the
you were
one time.
scared, say you didn't think it was going to happen.
I had to take it off the wall for the one time, Devin. I had
Hey,
to.
I will say this.
What's up?
You're the only motherfucker that I heard who said that the Bucks were going to get beat.
Look, I said the Bucks were going to get beat, and I said Miami was going to be a problem. Period. And I said Miami, this might be the greatest 8 seed ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, so far, so good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if they end up somehow, some way beating the Denver Nuggets in the finals, this has to be the greatest 8 seed ever. Which we will get into those predictions because Game 1 is Thursday. But we obviously have to talk about Game 7.
Yeah.
Between Miami and Boston, which was pretty much over when it started.
Did we talk about Game 6?
No, Game 6 happened after the last pod. Well, welcome back to a brand new podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Mikey, Devan. But no, I completely forgot what you asked me. Game 6 happened on Saturday. Game 7 was yesterday on Monday, and we didn't do the podcast. We missed it. It's okay. Yeah, you just take the blame.
Okay.
But we are here on this Tuesday night after Game 7. And I mean, like I said, it was over from the jump. JT gets hurt first play of the game.
He fell on Caleb Martin's foot, rolled his ankle a little bit.
And he was done. And pretty much,
I mean, he still played.
But
he was still moving.
I don't know. It just exposed Jaylen Brown pretty much.
You can shoot with a hurt ankle.
Sure, you can shoot. He was pretty. I mean, like he said, he was a shell of himself. It's pretty much what he was. But
yeah, he's been a shell of himself for the past fucking whole playoffs. So,
but like we were watching before, we were watching a little bit of commentary on the game. I mean, Jaylen Brown needs to go. It's over. That Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum experiment is over. It's done for.
See, as much as this is a Jaylen Brown problem, it is also a Jason Tatum problem. He has not played well enough all series for them to seem like a incredible team. Now, yes, is Jaylen Brown much of a help? Not really. Not right now, at least.
Bro, but like the super team era is over, and also the one guy carrying the team era has never been a thing. So we can't really just sit here and blame Tatum. But I mean, okay, you look at
all right, no, okay. They made it to the finals last year.
Okay.
And then the next year, when the Heat are worse throughout the whole regular season, they get beat.
But look at every duo in the playoffs this year. What are some duos? Okay, look, Steph and Clay.
Jimmy Butler and Caleb Martin.
Are we looking at Steph and Clay? Are we looking at the Warriors and going, they're the reason why the Warriors lost?
Yeah. Everyone pointed fingers at Clay.
Bullshit.
It was Clay and Jordan Poole, but it was Clay. Clay played like shit.
It's Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole played like shit.
Sure.
He did. No, people aren't looking at them and going, "Oh, yep." Because here's the thing: if Clay was bringing the Warriors down, no matter how great he was a 3-point shooter, if he was bringing the Warriors down, he would have been gone a long time ago. It doesn't matter if you're the second star. Jaylen Brown's got to go. Jaylen Brown's not a bad player. Right. I'm not saying Jaylen Brown is bad. It's just the Boston is not going to win a finals led by Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. It's not going to happen. I don't
think they're going to win one led by Jason Tatum.
I think if one of their top 2 stars is Jason Tatum, they can win a championship.
All right, they just got beaten a series by Jimmy Butler.
So did the Bucks.
And no other All-Stars except for Kyle Lowry.
So did the Bucks and the Knicks.
But we're saying that it's a like the Celtics won that. Like, what's the what else? How much better can the Celtics be with Jason Tatum, no matter who they have? Because he obviously cannot lead a team
I think if
to
you I think
to win
if
a finals as the star, as the leading guy.
I'll
He needs someone better than him.
I'll tell you. Well, I said if he's one of the two stars. I didn't say he has to be number one. You can take the ball out of his hands. What I'm saying is, I think you need either a super dominant ball handler or you need a dominant big. One of the two. Get a dominant
Yeah,
big. Get the dominant big ball in Jason Tatum's hands and let him cook. Get somebody or get a dominant ball handler that's going to be that's going to turn that offense into something even more dangerous. But I think
Tatum had 14 last night.
like you're not getting Jalen Brown for Dame isn't gonna happen. Jalen Brown for Trae Young isn't gonna happen.
Not
Jalen
straight
Brown
up.
for what I mean what else do you want to lose?
True.
Because what I mean you get say Atlanta gives up Trae Young, but does Atlanta? I don't know if Atlanta wants Jalen Brown. I don't know if
They have
Atlanta's
no
going.
need for Jalen Brown.
I don't know if Atlanta's going. Yep, yeah. Let's get Jalen Brown. Let's get rid of Trae Young. Who's
I don't think there's many teams who are looking for like a Jalen Brown. Maybe like the Sixers. Maybe some of these contending teams that are missing a decent shooting guard.
now I could see somebody like Portland getting Jalen Brown for Dame, but I can't see Portland going. Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna build around Jalen Brown.
No,
They
not
can't
even
build
close.
around Dame. So I mean, no, they're
They
not.
can't even build around fucking Jason Tatum. We
Look,
put all this bullshit on to Jalen Brown, and it's not just Jalen Brown's fault.
no, but you're putting it all on Jason Tatum. But what I'm okay.
Because it's his team.
Okay, then. Okay, so do you think? What do you think in the future? Boston has a better chance of winning the finals with Jason Tatum and a new star, or Jalen Brown and a new star?
Shit, I think you can get a massive star for Jason Tatum, and no one's going to have an issue with getting Jason Tatum on your team. You'll pull more from him.
Be real. You got some
Jason Tatum has
serious.
shown that he's incapable of playing.
But what has Jalen Brown shown? Jalen Brown is supposed to be the second star. He hasn't done
But
shit. He hasn't done anything.
but we now see that he's a role player.
That's what I'm saying. But he's gonna go get a supermax somewhere.
But he needs another. He needs a better superstar if he wants to. If they win a championship in
Who?
Boston,
Who does?
Jalen Brown. No, I'm saying
No.
Boston does. I'm saying if it's Jason Tatum does not want to take the back seat. He
No,
wants
no,
to
no, no.
put up 20
If you're
shots a
going,
game.
if you're going, all right. Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown are both superstars. I don't think Jalen Brown's a superstar. Let's get rid of Tatum. No. It's we need to get Jalen Brown the fuck out of here and give Tatum someone he can actually win a finals or win a championship with.
Who?
That's what this podcast is for. That's what we're talking about. I don't know. To be honest with you, are we going big or are we going ball handler? Are we going point guard? What do we want?
I think they need a dominant big.
Push for KD.
They're not getting KD.
You want a dominant big or you want KD?
Even if they do have KD, I don't think they're.
You're not getting AD. You're not getting Joel. Hell, you're not getting. I don't know.
Maybe Giannis goes to Boston.
Giannis is not going to Boston.
Giannis, I don't think he's going to stay in Milwaukee for much longer. They just got bumped out by by 8 seed. Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. Nobody's looking at Miami like, oh, damn, look at this shitty 8 seed. I mean, I think they all knew.
No, but they don't have any stars. Like we're talking about Tatum, like he needs these stars, and then we look at Jimmy. Jimmy ain't got dick, and he's in the finals right now.
But what does Tatum have if Jalen Brown ain't a star?
Al Horford.
Oh my God! Why are you doing
Grant
this?
Williams. Grant
Why are
Williams
you
who be
doing
talking
that?
shit.
Why are
Who be
you
talking
doing
mad
that?
shit.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing after this playoff run? There's plenty of guys on that Miami roster I'm taking over Boston when it comes to role players.
After this playoff run, yeah.
But that's it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we're running right now, yeah. There's a lot more
obviously
role
they
players
just
I'm picking.
fucking beat them.
But you're acting like Jason Tatum has this crazy squad.
I'm saying they have a 57 win team.
That's great, but it turns out that I don't know, bro. Regular season wins. Okay, cool. You guys won a lot of games in regular season. That is fantastic. But what happened in the playoffs?
That can't be much of an like.
It can be. If you can't go. Oh, Miami didn't take the regular season serious. That's why they're playing so good well as an 8th seed. Is
Oh, I'm
because they
not
didn't
saying they
get.
didn't take it serious, but then
But we had
you
said
look at
that.
when the Warriors won 73 games, and now it's important that they won that many games in the regular season, but the regular season don't mean nothing. So it's like,
Well, first of all, 73 is a lot different than 57, and
yeah, sure.
73 games, and they made it to the finals all the way to Game 7, and just blew a historical 3-1 lead. So yeah, they're a lot more historic than this 57 win Boston team that lost in the Eastern Conference Finals.
But you're saying it's not much of a big deal that a team won 57 games compared to 44.
I feel like we got over the win thing a long time ago, and we're actually talking about the teams. Like, I thought we've established that the wins and the seeding is like very flawed now, because of how well Miami's played this playoff run.
Well, yeah, but it's really just in Miami's case.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or the Eastern Conference case.
Sure.
I mean, look where the Knicks were. You know, so it's like
Sure.
I don't know how much the regular season wins really mattered this year, or how much it matters any year, especially nowadays. How much low management impacts a season? How many, just people taking time off, people not really giving a shit, people not caring until All-Star break, like shit.
But I mean, shit, we've seen a 1 seed and an 8 seed in the finals before, and it was 1999. So this
I
shit
guess,
happens.
but
But all I'm saying is that Jason Tatum is not worth what he's going to be getting.
yes, he is.
He's not.
More than Jaylen Brown.
Sure, but
Why
I
though?
mean, I don't
Why
think
would
he's the
Jason
answer for
Tatum
the.
not be? Why would he not be what he like? He's 25, already has a finals appearance. I don't know how many times he's been in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, I mean,
We
he
just
was.
keep giving excuses for
What
this
was he?
motherfucker.
Was it his rookie year? He was Game 7 versus Braun. Eastern
Yeah,
Conference Finals. I mean, come on, bro.
rookie
Like,
year or
I mean,
2018.
come on, bro. Bro has established himself very well. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't see him having much of a future. I don't see him winning championships. But
Tatum's
that's just
done
me.
more than Luka. We sit here and
For sure.
gas Luka to the moon. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I'm starting to think. Luka's gonna end up being one of them. Luka's gonna end up being like a KD, like a I don't not like a KD, but like a I'm not just a
I
great
mean, Luka's a better basketball player.
than who?
Tatum.
See, you just don't like Tatum.
Luka is better.
I don't think you can have an honest conversation about Jason Tatum.
No.
You're saying
No, I'm having an honest conversation about him.
no, I don't think you can. Like, I think you genuinely have so much bias towards him for some odd reason. When it's like anybody else, we talk about anybody else that we hate and can have an honest conversation about it. But for some reason, when it comes to Jason Tatum, you cannot like. I don't. What is it? What's up with that?
I think it's clear to say that Luka's better.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty.
And how many times has Jaylen Brown bailed out Jason Tatum? What the fuck does Luka have on his team?
Whoa, what the fuck? How many times is Jaylen? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing this because when push comes to shove, when Jason Tatum gets hurt, Jason Tatum goes out. Jaylen Brown does not elevate the team whatsoever.
Jaylen Brown is not the problem
By the way,
in
you're
this
just
team.
scraping.
I'm sorry.
Through the whole podcast. It's okay.
Jaylen Brown is not the problem of this team. He's not.
But Jason Tatum isn't the problem. But if you have two alleged superstars, and one goes down, one should be able to take over. It doesn't happen when it comes to the Celtics. It does not happen. Jaylen Brown.
What the fuck does Jason Tatum do without Jaylen Brown?
Jason Tatum is a great basketball player.
I know.
He wins games.
But he's not better than Luka.
Okay. And a lot of people, and a lot of NBA players say, shit, if I had to pick a top 5 for pickup, I'd pick Jamal Crawford, no question. There's a lot of players who are better when it comes to just skill, when it comes to on the basketball court. We're talking about winning, though. We're talking about how much they have won. It seems like Jason Tatum's in the Eastern Conference Finals every fucking year. Last year, he was in the finals. Jason Tatum is only 25 years old. Luka's not done shit yet. Bro, has he made it to? Has he made it to a conference finals?
No, but he hasn't had a team. You want to talk about someone without a team? Is him.
Give Tatum Kyrie.
Spencer Dinwiddie is a superstar.
Give Tatum Kyrie again. Bring him back. Bring him back.
We already saw what happened.
No.
Kyrie hasn't impacted a team positively since the Caps.
I want to see Kyrie play basketball. That's the thing. If I can watch him play basketball and not do a bunch of off-court bullshit, it'll be perfect. But when he went to Boston, it was a lot of off-court bullshit. And then he went to Brooklyn.
Then why is he playing like shit now? I don't think Kyrie has not positively impacted the team since Cleveland.
That's very true.
But I don't think that counts as a piece for Luka.
But
for half a season.
Did Kyrie not? Okay, but that's like me going, I think Antonio Brown has only been a good piece for Pittsburgh. That's because he didn't start his bullshit till he left. Once he got out of there, Kyrie started his bullshit. He wasn't on his bullshit in Cleveland.
Sure.
So, when we're talking about actually playing basketball, I think Kyrie would be a great piece for a lot of superstars.
All right, well, yeah, trade Jaylen Brown for Jason Tatum, and we'll see what happens. I mean, not for Jason Tatum, for Kyrie Irving.
Okay, and you'll see Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals again.
Dallas is going to benefit a lot more than fucking Boston would.
I'm just saying.
I think that'd be a great trade. That sounds like a great idea.
If Luka and Kyrie play a whole season next year and don't make the playoffs,
I don't want to. Kyrie's not coming back to.
It's gonna be a problem.
To Dallas, he's not. There's no way he's coming back to Dallas.
It's gonna be a super duper problem. But all right, let's move. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. We might want to get a little word of Weddle in real quick.
Oh shit. A little quickie.
Pull up a word before we get into some other shit because I got some things I want to talk about. Some off the record shit. What are we? 20 minutes in. What word do we want to start with? Games.
Games.
We got a green E. That's fucking it. We got a green E. I have no clue.
Piled.
Okay. Piled.
You got
no. Yellow L, green E. All right, L, E.
Lever.
Okay. Yellow L, another E, a yellow E.
So there are two E's.
Green E. So I'm gonna go E L. E L.
E L.
L.
That's odd.
Is it a double E at the end?
Could be. No, it could be a double E in the middle. L's at the end.
Oh. Or blank like L. Blank L.
Like L second, like a.
No, like fleet.
Fleet. I was just thinking. Yep.
Okay,
what the dummy?
So it's EEL. Blank blank EEL. What the fuck? Blank blank EEL. Blank blank EEL.
Wheel.
Okay.
What?
It's not wheel. But it is EEL. This is our last guess. Fuck. Blank blank EEL. We got ZXC BNJKOUYQ.
CK? No.
Whoa. What the hell? I have no
Neil.
clue. It better be Neil. Thank God. Oh, man. Okay. All right, okay. On to the Weddle. On to the Weddle.
That was a bitch.
No, that was a little fucked. Um,
That was a big bitch.
don't worry, y'all. We'll talk about Target in a minute. Um,
Uh-oh.
Chris Godwin. So it's an NFC South. It's an NFC player, not NFC South, not a receiver. Taller than 6'3", older than 29, number higher than 16. Um,
God damn it.
huh?
Nothing.
Let's just go with like fucking I don't know, George
Robert
Kittle.
Tunyon. Oh, similar page.
Who do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do Kittle.
Okay. So it's an NFC West tight end. He's 6'5" or 6'6", 30 or 31. Numbers higher than 87, not the 49ers.
Jimmy Graham still play?
Was I put in Noah Fant. It's not the Seahawks. The number is 88 or 89. Who did you ask if still plays?
I was joking. I said Jimmy Graham.
Okay, okay.
Oh, Zach Ertz.
Is he still a Cardinal is the question.
Oh, what? He is, and it's not.
Oh, hold on, let me put that in. All right. Okay, so it's not the Cardinals. It's not the Seahawks. It's not the
Who's the other
Niners.
fucking team?
It's the Rams. Is Higbee?
Higbee.
Higbee's the Rams. Okay, okay.
Tyler Higbee.
Cool. Tyler Higbee. All right. Sometimes I forget who is Hawkinson's Lions.
TJ Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, I confuse them sometimes. Brandon Parker. So it is not an offensive player. He's shorter than 6'6". Jesus Christ. Because this person's 6'8".
Yeah.
They're 25 or 26 years old. Numbers lower than 73. It's the AFC, not the AFC West. Lamar.
It's not offense, but
Oh shit, I forgot. Okay, then let's do an AFC. Let's do an AFC East. Let's do Jalen Ramsey.
I always forget he's now on the fucking Dolphins.
So it's not the AFC East, not the AFC West, not the AFC North. AFC
The
South.
kicker.
Perfect. An AFC South kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Who's the?
Okay, so all right, okay. Titans, Colts, Texans, Jags.
Who's the dude with the glasses? Is he still in the league?
Oh, you're talking about
Blankenship.
Oh, bro, I don't even know if. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna close the case on this one. I'm not gonna sit here and guess the kicker from a kicker from the AFC West. It's just not gonna happen. Ross Matisic.
Oh, nice.
I gotta look up who Ross Matisic is. I'm not gonna lie. I just gotta see who this is. Oh, it's a long snapper. That's
No shit.
okay. Cool. Yeah, no.
I don't think we've ever had a long snapper.
It's a long snapper. That is fantastic. All right, Devin. I got a couple things.
The long snapper.
I got a couple things I want to talk to you about. First things first. Have you seen what's going on at Target?
Parts of it, yes.
So I guess what's going on is Target has this Pride line going out. Which, okay, can I just say that I wish, like, if everybody didn't give a fuck, it'd be like a lot easier to
to be gay.
Well, okay, that it'd be a lot easier to support. It'd be a lot easier to shit if you didn't support it to just keep your fucking mouth shut. And but I mean, even like when it comes to like your children, like just let your children be who they are. Because okay, if you want to walk into Target as a 25-year-old, whatever, you know who you are, you know if you're on the top of that mountain, you figured out life. Get whatever pride shirt you want to get. But we're not getting, I don't know about these 4-year-olds rocking these pride shirts.
Yeah, I saw some at Kmart. Kmart did it as well. They have some pride shirts. There's a simple fix to all of this.
What's up?
Don't buy it.
Well, see, here's the thing
It's a
though.
pretty simple fix.
Like, okay, so
If you
if
don't
I'm
want
looking
it,
here,
don't buy
okay,
it.
when you go to the Target thing, like, okay, there's Pride adult clothing, whatever. Like, I mean, that's normal. Sure, whatever. Get your Pride adult clothing. Like whatever. Then you go to, then they nicely covered up by calling them family outfits.
Oh, nice.
But if you can see, if you look it up, you go to Target's website. Go to
Oh, they
Target
have
Pride.
Pride stuff. I thought they got rid of it.
No, go to Target Pride, and all the whole catalog's still up there.
Hmm.
You'll see they got like, which is, it's like people are pissed, and I can see why, because it's like pushing that agenda on your
My
kid,
queer year.
pushing that agenda on your kid. But okay, like I don't know,
All
bro.
right, watermelon lime sparkling water is not Pride.
A bib, a pride bib. Like I don't my like. Okay, here's the thing. Here's my thing with that. You are. I don't know, bro. It's like
Dude,
I'm
some of
trying to.
this shit is pretty dope.
Can you help me? Can you help me tote this line real quick?
No, I'm not good
No,
at
no,
this.
no, no. You're gonna help me tote this line. So, it's like there's nothing wrong with supporting the shit, supporting what the whole aura of
Yeah, I mean,
all
I might buy
LGBTQ
some of
shit.
this stuff. This is pretty dope.
But listen, pushing it on your children, it's like you don't push being straight on your child.
All right.
You don't
No.
put, but okay, no, 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 hold on, hold on. You don't push, you don't push supporting being straight on your child. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
some people do.
sure, but this isn't the '60s anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's really like you let your kid.
No, there's a lot of people
Come
like
on, bro.
that. So.
Come on, bro. These Gen Z children that are gonna grow up with parents like us, they're gonna grow up and we're not like they're not gonna.
Yes,
It's
but not everyone's like us. There's still the South. You need to remember that.
but I think large majority of future parents are not going to push, or at least okay, then let's not even go in the future, let's go in the past. I wasn't pushed a certain way. I just grew up and did what I did and hung out with whoever, and that was my life. And I'd like to say most people I knew had a pretty similar experience. um
Well, yeah, I didn't grow up with.
I didn't have a pride and proud shirt. I didn't have a straight and proud shirt. I didn't have anything. And I
No.
wouldn't give my child like either that. And it's like,
Yeah. What's odd about this is that like we don't have shirts that say I'm not gay.
I mean, this isn't a Ravens jersey. Like we're
Yeah,
not talking
like
about like a Gator shirt. Like here, kid, like we're talking about like their sexuality. Like this is
yeah,
a whole thing that they don't even understand yet.
sure.
I just don't get the whole pushing. And there's like a couple like um there's just one shirt. It was like bi and proud,
Yeah.
but it was spelled BIEN, by like BN, proud,
Uh,
or like
yeah,
or
bien, which is Spanish for good.
but I think it was just like a
It's supposed to be
play.
bi as well.
I think it was like a play.
Really?
I don't know. I looked at that
You
more
may
as
be
like a
smarter than these people because that's a good play on words there.
bi and proud is probably how like most Americans would even fucking look at that.
Bi and
Um,
proud.
But I don't know, bro. I think if everybody stopped giving a shit, and not in a bad way.
Dude, there. All right. What's my problem is that there's so many products, and they didn't even want to test how they would do in the market. They were just like, "Hey, how about we put out 2,000 products?"
People are gonna buy it. There's people that are gonna
No,
buy
they've
that.
gotten rid of it from their stores.
Well, all of it?
From their stores, yes.
Bullshit. It wouldn't be on the website if they got rid of it all.
It says they dumped the Pride stuff.
Wow. I didn't know they completely. Well, okay, new topic. Target completely dumps it. What does that mean?
Well, they were like bomb threats from like the trans community on the store or something. I don't know. There was a bunch of weird shit that happened
But why? Why from them?
because they're getting rid of it now.
Oh, well, bomb threats for getting rid of it. No, I meant what was the reasoning for getting rid of it? Just the backlash from.
The backlash, yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if people just didn't care, like, let whoever wants to buy the shit buy it, and if you don't want to buy it, and you like, why do you care? This was almost like the Bud was it what was it Bud
Bud
Light?
Light.
It's this
This
Bud
is
Light.
the exact same thing.
This is the Bud Light shit. It's like, bro, it's beer. Just drink it. If you don't want to drink it, don't drink it. It's fucking
Yes,
Target. It,
but
bro, it's Target.
the yeah, I know,
Like,
I know, but
you don't
like
even have to go to that clothing aisle if you need to go get like some fucking like notebooks or something. Like, don't go to Target. Go to fucking Walmart. I don't know. Like, don't.
yeah, no, it's incredibly stupid. But my problem, like, sure, yes, no one should give a fuck if there's a like there's weird shit in stores all the time, and we don't buy it because we buy the things that we want from stores, and that's it.
And I don't see something in a store that I like. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they're selling this.
I'm gonna tweet about it.
I'm gonna make a big fucking deal about it. It's like I don't know. Like, let these motherfuckers find out about Spencer's.
Yeah,
Let these motherfuckers. You want to complain about Target? Let some of these
yeah. How
motherfuckers walk
about
into Spencer's.
your child has to see a 18-inch dildo as he's just walking through the store?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Just a bunch of American Dad merch.
Yeah,
But I
yep.
don't know. I
But
think
the weird thing is that these companies didn't. They just put out national campaigns without understanding who their demographic is. Especially Bud Light. Their
Target,
demographic is not the gender thing.
but Target is a way better. Like, come on,
Yes,
bro.
but
It's way better
also
market
we
than.
know the targets from where we're from. There are a lot of targets that are in areas that are not like
But the average person goes to Target. I'd really like to think the average person doesn't really give a shit what's in the Target if they're not going in there for that.
no. But the problem is the righteousness of Target to believe that they can put whatever they want in their stores, and all these people got a problem with having their kids seeing a rainbow.
But who
That's an
cares?
issue
Kids,
for my
bro,
child.
kids like rainbows. Like, this is another thing. Kids like rainbows. Like,
Yeah,
like there's
but
kids.
now the pride people have stolen the rainbow.
Would you ask a kid like, "What's your favorite color?" Like, I've asked like you ask a kid what's your favorite color. Like, oh, I like red, green, blue. Like kids like rainbow shit.
Colorful shit is cool.
Um, so I don't know. I kind of want to just move on from that shit. I just wanted to get my piece off of that. Oh, here's a little article I wanted to read for you. 50 words or less. Lamar Jackson's aerial show is ready for takeoff. 50 words or less. Lamar Jackson's aerial show is ready for takeoff. The Ravens are off and rolling with their first week of OTAs, which is voluntary and includes little contact but starts to resemble actual football. The arrival of Lamar Jackson and his first practice snaps and Todd Monken's new offense highlighted the week. Here are my thoughts, all in 50 words or less. Jackson was never clear about his desire to pass more than he has Wednesday when he said running can only take you so far. It's a new offensive era in Baltimore, and it's a change Jackson clearly wanted. Happy wife, happy life. What's the saying for a happy quarterback? It'll be a different challenge with opponents expecting more pass and less run. Jackson's finest year as a passer was in 2019 when the Ravens broke the all-time rushing record. He averaged 27 passes per game that year, same as last season. Jackson was just more efficient. With better weapons and a new scheme, the expectation is that the pieces around Jackson will elevate the passing game to another level, but Jackson also must elevate his game if the offense is going to reach its potential. I think he will. He's always had the ability. Jackson noted that there's more verbiage in Tom Monken's offense than last year, and that he's given the keys to the players. While it could mean more freedom to audible plays entirely, it could also mean more freedom to change routes with pre-snap communication between quarterbacks and receivers. Pundits debated this week whether more passing and less running is the right course of action for a Jackson-led offense. I think it is. The Ravens were too one-dimensional before. It was a strong dimension, but if the passing game takes off, Baltimore's offense becomes scary again. One thing being overlooked, probably because J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards aren't on the field yet, is how the improvements in the passing attack will open the game up for the run. The Ravens have been running into the stacked boxes for years and still had success. Open boxes, sign me up. Patrick Queen deserves props for coming to voluntary OTAs after the Ravens didn't pick up his fifth-year option. Rashad Bateman's health is particularly encouraging. The fact that he's doing individual drills, not at full speed, but not at half speed either, seems to indicate he should be full go by the time the season starts. All right. Basically what we
There's
said.
no way that was 50 words or less.
No, it wasn't. Basically what we've been saying, which is we got to see how the Ravens offense will be when they stand on the fact that they're going to be a passing offense.
When they eliminate that sort of
moniker.
No, just you eliminate that unknown aspect
I thought
of
you
an
were saying
offense.
eliminate like that our title as like a run heavy offense. We definitely need to get rid of that. And like
Yes.
it said, we've had success running the ball against teams expecting us to run the ball. So now when you got
Which has opened up the passing game, and I guess you guys are trying to flip it now where your teams are now going to expect passes to be thrown, and you will then use your rushing offense to exploit that.
and a healthy JK, a healthy Gus, I'm taking that. I like it. I like it
Healthy
a lot.
Lamar.
That makes me a lot more, way more confident. Because we were having this conversation, and your whole thing was like, I don't know, and we really like I said, like the NFL season's kicking up, OTAs are here, and now we got Lamar.
I know
Like,
what that stands for now. I never knew.
Lamar is standing
Organized team
on
activity.
Lamar is standing on the fact that he's going to be a passer, and that it's going to be a passing led
Yes.
offense, and that they're going to attack in the air.
Yeah, now for your team to be successful, you got to be a great passing team, and then but you can't rely on it. It just has to be something good enough to open up your run game.
Well, I guess we'll see. I am really
You guys
excited
already
for
have
the
a good run game, but yeah.
I am really excited for the NFL. I think we're definitely. I mean, I don't know. We're going to be talking about a lot of shit once the NFL season's here.
Yeah,
But okay, here. So I saw this clip of Michael Jordan. We earned what we got. Basically hating on kids getting paid a whole bunch of money
I
so
did see that
young
clip.
in the
Yes,
NBA. What do you think about that?
I mean he says, I I agree a little bit. Um, Not necessarily like there's a lot of guys like even Mike and LeBron and a lot of guys who are hyped up. And I mean, Jordan had a shoe deal before he hit the league. LeBron had a shoe deal before he hit the league. The thing is that a lot of these guys are getting paid so much money before they even get drafted now. They're getting paid in college for just having a big name in college. I don't think it's every NBA player sort
It's
of
not. It's not.
loses motivation from getting a little bit of money. But I definitely think that there are guys who can lose motivation from getting money, but I don't think it explains most of the league. I don't necessarily agree with that.
So I'm 100% against it, against what he said. I feel like if your name is big enough to have deals before you're even in the league, or like look at the Spurs, right? Look at the Spurs. We told Shane. Shane said, we said right now, Spurs had to pick between their head coach and the first pick of the draft. Coach is out the door.
Oh, 100%.
We
1,000%.
haven't seen this guy play a single second in the NBA, and we're already like, yeah, no, they're what are we even talking about?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like nowadays when these guys who are already so successful before they make the NBA already have a name, like look at like the Ball brothers. Shit. But I mean, obviously, before the legal stuff went down, Mikey Williams doesn't have to go to the NBA. Before that shit happened, he did not have to go to the NBA. He already had a name. He already had money coming in. He was already, I mean, he was already
Well,
successful. He could have.
I think this is Jordan's point, though. No, that these guys are successful before they have to prove that they're good at basketball.
I'm thinking just more in the sense of he's just hating on the fact that these kids are getting money at a young age.
I don't think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is.
I think there might be an
He's
aspect of that where
he's
he's like,
saying
we're
that they
older, we
haven't.
had to earn it.
He's saying they haven't earned it yet. But in my opinion, if you're already bringing in millions of dollars to a team just off your name before you even play, you deserve it already.
Well, sure, yes, but that changes motivations of how hard you're willing to work. And if you're going to do stupid shit like some people do, before they have the opportunity, like what I think what he's saying is that as a basketball player, you earned money from playing professional basketball and from being good at professional basketball, whether your name was big or not or whatever. He's
Okay,
saying
but
with this, a lot of people have fame, like Mikey Williams, from highlight reels, from high school games, from shit like that. And
when you
there
spend
weren't a whole lot of NBA players
when you
except for LeBron
when you
and a couple others.
when you spend your whole life grinding to make it to the NBA and you finally get that money, I would say most people don't lose their drive.
No,
And I just like I mean, and if you're already making money in college and you still worked hard enough to make it to the NBA, then I should think that'd be even more obvious to why they already deserve the money because they they don't. It's the NBA is a business, and at this point, a lot of these players, and it was a player driven business before, but now it's like teams need players. These players do not need these teams at all. It's like
oh no, these players are the teams. They're like,
yeah,
and it's been like that for a very long time.
but now you
And
got
it's right now it's horrible.
but now you got
It's pretty
people
bad.
who are coming into the league who are already making money in other outlets and other revenues of money who don't have to play a second of basketball in their life ever again just because they're already making a lump sum of money. And
Sure,
you got guys who've been in the league for 12 years grinding and it's like I mean, you could
you
be
still
mad,
suck.
you can hate, or you can be mad that you could just, I'm sorry. Okay, and it's like here's the thing. Out of everybody that's complaining, it's Michael fucking Jordan. So I'm sorry you had
Yeah,
to wait a little bit longer to become a billionaire, but
yeah.
boo freaking who? I don't really know what to say about that. I just didn't really like I didn't really like the whole hating on the guys when these guys are bringing money into these NBA teams. So
Yeah, and if anything, I think it's better that they're making money before because some of these motherfuckers suck and they're not going to make a dime in the league. They'll make
um,
money in college.
did you did you care about the Eric Lewis shit at all?
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, then we're not even going to talk about it.
What are you talking about, Eric? Hold on, now I'm interested. What the fuck is
Um,
Eric Lewis?
NBA referee who has a burner account. He's a Celtics fan.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
You haven't heard of that?
I heard about it. We obviously know that fucking
Refs have
all
tables
these
games.
motherfuckers they're getting paid somehow.
What do you mean?
There's some sort of something happening. I don't know why. I don't know what the burner account has anything to do with anything.
No, I'm saying like I don't. Well, I don't think proof like having proof that a ref is a fan of a team is proof that the NBA is rigged.
No, but the NBA is rigged
The NBA is
for
not
better or
rigged.
for worse.
The
It
NBA is not
is.
rigged, and
Then why does it suck so much?
dude, it's the NBA. What are you talking about? It's just not the NFL. It's just that's just how it is. But yeah, no, the Eric Lewis shit. Fuck that. Then we don't even have to talk about that Eric
Yeah,
Lewis shit.
I don't care.
I'm looking. What topics do we have? I'm just seeing what we got. Kwame Brown versus Shannon Sharp. Um, Archie Manning's touchdown run versus the worst high school football team I've ever seen in my life. D Hop's interested in joining the Cleveland Browns.
I heard that Deshaun Watson was interested in getting
I saw that
I did
D Hop
not
was
hear
interested
that.
in the Browns, but the Browns aren't going to make it happen.
Really?
That's what I saw. I saw D Hop was interested in
I
reuniting
just
with
saw that it was D Watt was
Detroit.
interested in D Hop.
I don't know. I saw that they were both interested in reuniting with each other. I just think it's Cleveland's head office that has the issue.
Yeah, I don't think Cleveland is. I don't think they want to win. I think they just want to
I'm trying to
get
see.
through all this garbage and never win again.
I'm trying to see some of these topics are just I don't know, like Draymond Green. Like Draymond Green said that him punching Jordan Poole is the reason they didn't win a championship this year or didn't make the
Well,
finals or
that's so stupid. All right, not Steph Kerr. Steve Kerr said that right after the fucking thing. I don't. I didn't even realize it was relevant because no one talked about it after it happened, or after a week after it happened.
well, what Draymond said makes sense is because he said after that he felt like he couldn't motivate him the way that he, should have been able to. Which
That does not have any reason as to why Jordan Poole sucked in the playoffs.
you know, two things can be true. He could be bad, and it didn't matter how much Draymond affected him. But it could also be true that Draymond felt like he couldn't mentor him the way that he wanted to because he punched him in the fucking face.
I mean, either way, they weren't playing winning basketball, so that's why they didn't make the finals.
No. See, okay. So yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe if they didn't have the chemistry that led to people punching each other in the face,
Sure,
maybe they'd beat the shitty Lakers. So let's be real. Looking back
they
on it, probably should
they
have beat
should
the
have.
Lakers. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I've been thinking about it recently. I don't know how the Lakers pulled that off because to everybody it was like that was the finals.
Well, that was the finals. To who?
Yeah. To a lot of people,
Not to
Lakers
me. That was some ass.
First of all, we were gassing that whole series and that whole second round. The second round was beautiful.
The second round was good. Yes.
I'm saying the way people cared about that series, you would think it was the
Sure.
finals because people cared a lot more
No
about
one's gonna give a shit about Denver.
people
Miami.
cared way more about Lakers Warriors than Nuggets Heat.
Oh, by far. I mean, the sure the NBA wants to get other teams involved in the finals, but honestly, dude, it should just be a
But it's
Steph Curry, KD, LeBron James affair.
But the
I don't need.
Nuggets and the Heat making the finals like isn't a stretch. The Heat were a game
No, not
away.
at all.
The Heat were a game away from making the finals last year. The Nuggets have a two-time reigning MVP on their team who has just the reason that he's been so disappointing is because he hasn't made a finals. Like it's like
Yeah,
people are disappointed in these two teams making the
but
finals when
it's
this
also what everyone's been asking for. They go, "What has Jokic done? He doesn't done shit," which is what I say.
and that's
And
the
now he's
thing.
made it to the finals.
People say, "Oh, well, okay, well, here's the thing." People go, "Well, doesn't matter because he wins final. He has these MVPs, but what does he do in the playoffs?"
Yeah,
That's very true. And if Jokic wins his finals, then yeah, add that to his resume as one of the greatest bigs. But guess what? Guess what? Doesn't mean still doesn't mean I'm interested.
no,
I'm still bored. I'm still
I'm
bored.
still very bored
I'm
watching
not
him
gonna
play.
lie to you, bro. I don't care how many assists. I don't care how many boards. I don't care how many points Jokic gets. I don't care how casual of a fan I'll be forever. Jokic is boring.
Thank you.
Like it's boring
Like
to watch
he's an
Jokic play.
incredibly boring player to watch.
It's boring to watch
And
Joel
anyone
Embiid
who
play.
says otherwise, I don't care. Show me the numbers as to who watches Jokic over the Warriors.
Watching bigs play is boring. Period. I watched this entire Boston Miami series, pretty much every minute of it, and I'm just watching Bam be the most Damn, you're just what do you got over there?
Is that loud?
I mean, yeah. But I'm saying like I'm watching Bam play and it's like this is just fucking so boring. It's just so underwhelming. Watching bigs play, I want to see a
But Bam's
big
not even a big.
but Bam's a center.
Bam's 6'8".
Bam's a center. Bam's a power forward with no ball with no skill whatsoever, so he has to play the five.
Yeah, but we also watched this whole series, and there weren't a lot of bigs involved. I mean, Al Horford, Robert Williams, but it was a lot of shooting, which I enjoyed.
which we didn't even talk about. Let's get into that then. The preview for this series. I'm really scared, and I said this before. Jokic is just gonna punish Bam.
Well,
Like
he is. They don't
Denver
have
and
anything.
Denver and 5 has been running through my head constantly.
Denver and 4 might be a real possibility.
I don't want to go that crazy. Like I want to say Miami pulls one off, but
I hope so.
but Denver and 5 in our future, I think is I think that's a really good possibility. We see that. Um, but I don't like if Miami goes into Denver in these first two games and they get one, and then all right, we'll talk about it. We'll see how Denver plays. If maybe Denver gets a little shaky in Miami, okay, maybe we have a.
I can see Denver getting shaky in Miami.
I'm just worried. I don't know. It's like say it's like 3-2, 2-2 or whatever, something like that, and like Denver's
Mm.
just like, all right, fuck it, and they just lock in, and it's like they just run straight through Miami. Um, I don't
I
know.
think it's going to be Heat and 6.
I would love that. I would love I mean, come on, bro. I would love to see Jimmy Butler win a championship this year, which is NBA is his NBA career is weird
Very.
because he's a like I don't know where you put him. Like
No one puts him top 15.
like I'm taking Jimmy Butler over Kawhi every single day. And Kawhi is like considered one of the greatest of this generation.
For no fucking reason.
It's because of Toronto. It's because
Fuck that
KD.
season, dude.
It's
They
because
got lucky.
it's because KD's Achilles popped and rolled up his whole fucking leg. But I don't. I just. I don't know. Jimmy Butler. His. I've never really seen. Besides, I guess LeBron, which I guess if you really can only compare this type of praise that Jimmy Butler is getting is to LeBron, it's pretty good. Is the fact that his his finals loss performance is talked about a lot.
Yes.
Jimmy's performance in the finals, in his finals loss, it is talked about a lot and it's praised a lot. Just how those years in Cleveland, LeBron losing to the Warriors, he was still praised for his performance in these finals losses.
And for
Only
being
difference
there.
is, only difference is LeBron's got some wins too. Like Jimmy's never going to be an MVP, which at this point doesn't matter.
No.
Jimmy's Jimmy's never going to be the best player in the league, but
Well, he's made 2 finals in the past 4 years.
two finals in the past 2 years, has a chance to
4.
win in the past 4 years, has a chance to win this fucking finals. And I mean, who knows what happens in the future? We don't know what's going to happen in the future. Miami might get a way better squad and shit, not be 8 seed. We really don't know. I
But
think
right now,
win
they got a squad that's better than Boston's squad.
I think
So,
win or
and,
lose
and we consider Boston's squad to be a great squad.
I think win or lose, the 8 seed Jimmy Butler led Miami Heat, if he goes out there and puts on a fucking performance of a lifetime, I don't know where to put, because I mean, we're not gonna sit here and talk like all time or whatever, but like,
It will
uh,
definitely be an all-time season if Jimmy wins the finals.
no, I'm talking losing. If Jimmy comes out of this with a loss, I don't really know where he'd be when it comes to like ranking like this generation
I think it
NBA.
just shows that the West is much better than the East.
Like Jimmy, like okay, for instance, like Paul George can't touch Jimmy.
No,
Okay. All right. Um,
not even
I
close.
I think if Jimmy wins this one, I'm not really batting an eye when you say Jimmy clears Kawhi.
I think he clears Kawhi.
But I don't know. It's really tricky. The Jimmy Butler's resume is super tricky. I would love to see Miami come out in 6, come out in 7, come out in 4. I don't give a fuck. But Denver in 5 is what I would put my money on.
Denver in 6. I don't think the finals is going to be over in less than 6.
I don't know. I think a lot of people are like gassing this Tyler Hero return, and I mean,
Oh
look,
no,
he's a great player, but I think he's really gonna fuck up the chemistry that this team has had.
I'm I'm not throwing him in half injured. I don't give a fuck how good his hand is or whatever. They made it this far. Say you get to game 3, you're down 2-0, maybe throw him in, but not the first couple games.
I think he's set to come return game 3,
Perfect.
but it's like
If they're up 2-0 or it's 1-1, don't put him in.
I don't know if Miami's here if Tyler Hero doesn't get hurt. Like just that adversity alone.
Next man up type shit.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like those opportunities that we saw might not have been
Caleb
available.
Martin, Gabe Vincent, Max Struss.
That's what I'm saying. Like those type of opportunities might not have been there. So it's like who knows what would have happened if he didn't get if Victor Oladipo didn't get hurt. And not to say I'm glad they got hurt. I'm just saying that adversity that they
It
were
could have been a different situation if you had Vic, Hero, and Jimmy, and then Bam and probably Gabe Vincent on the court, not Caleb Martin.
But it's finals time. You got people like Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love who have experience in the finals. I think that
Yep.
would come in handy. Jimmy obviously has experience in the
Kev's
finals.
Kev's an interesting addition as well.
He's a good piece. He hasn't been used that much in this playoff run, especially in this series. But
And he's had, I think he had 15 points in one game or something.
it'll be interesting because I think they're gonna throw a lot of different shit at Denver. They're gonna throw a lot of different shit at Denver, and I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be. Look, this is Mikey's theory coming to a grand close. Are you ready for this? The theory I've been running with for a while. If you let Jokic eat and find a way to strap everybody else up,
Exactly.
and Miami can just outshoot Denver.
Yeah.
Miami in 6.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Let Jokic get 40. But if you can stop Jamal from getting 25, 30, 35,
Come on
you're
now.
straight.
We're not gonna sit here and pretend like if.
Aaron Gordon's a dog.
Thank you. You took the words out of my fucking mouth. We're not doing that, bro.
He ain't that fucking nice. He's
We're
just
not
on
doing that.
Jokic's team.
Like I think they're gonna throw some shit at Denver. I think Denver's gonna have to keep up shooting wise, and Miami's gonna have to keep up with Jokic. But I'm excited. I'm a little
They
more.
got to keep up with Jamal.
Just this conversation alone got me a little more excited for the finals. Got me a little more excited for it because
Yeah.
you hold
But
Jamal, you hold Michael Porter Jr. back, and you just let Jokic eat. Nobody else gets a crumb. Jokic ain't solo squad. I'm stamping that.
no.
It's not happening.
No.
What do you want to talk about? Do you want to? We have a bracket today.
Mm.
We do have a bracket. We can do a word of weddle before the bracket, but I did want to say, I guess before we get into that bracket, let me explain it to you. So,
Okay.
I wanted to switch things up and come up with something new, something different, just conversation, something with a little more information, and just see what happens. So I have 16, and this isn't like all time or like the top 16, but this is just 16 of the best single seasons.
Oh, really?
So like I basically went through a lot of quarterbacks and just took one of their seasons.
Sure.
The only catch is no Super Bowl wins. So all these years, these quarterbacks did not win a Super Bowl. Know
Well,
what
I
I'm
got
saying?
2 in my head
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I got 16, but we
that
got
I think is probably going to be the final.
it may be, but here's the thing: we got obviously statistics, we got record, we got awards. I also have their top 2 weapons.
Oh.
whether or not they were first team All Pro and Pro Bowlers. I have where their defense ranked and their strength of schedule.
Okay.
So we're gonna really see. We're gonna really see at these 16 seasons who had the best season. No Super Bowl wins though, because I figured it's like
That's a
if
that's a good addition.
if
But
two of these.
also,
Go ahead.
the MVP from 99 to 2023 hadn't won a Super Bowl.
Say that again.
League MVP from Kurt Warner in 99 to Patrick Mahomes last year did not win a Super Bowl in the same season they won MVP.
Okay. Yes, very true.
So some of the best seasons have been non-Super Bowl winning seasons.
That is very true. That is very true. I just felt like if there were like 2 seasons in here with a Super Bowl win, it'd be like we'd be more. Oh, it's got to be this because
Biased toward
they
that,
won the
not
Super Bowl.
stats.
So
No.
we'll see. But I
I,
guess
I like that it's not. Yeah.
before we do that, let's run a Wordle round. Oh, I typed Wordle. I gotta figure out the screen sharing shit so we can put this on the screen.
Yeah.
I tried using it, but you remember what happened? It said no.
Mm-hmm. Just didn't give you internet access.
Yeah, which was weird. All right, I'm on Wordle. With it. Let's do. I want to do. I want to do the word hectic. No, that's 6 letters. Let's do the word. Let's do the word polar. Don't ask me why. We got a yellow A and a yellow A and a yellow L. Let's go with the word lamps. All right, we got a yellow A and a yellow L again. So L is not first or third. A is not second or fourth. How about
Alamo?
A? Yeah, A-L-A. It's not going to be that because no M or O. But we have a green A.
Oh, fuck.
So the L is either fourth or last.
Maybe both.
Dude, the audio, and this isn't a complaint, it's just a thought. Audio listeners are going to be so confused. Like, you're going to be, like, we're talking, and then they just hear, like, ping, 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 ping. And what the fuck is this? Shout out Dave, I guess. I don't know. Let's get the David Sunflower Seeds sponsor.
I'd like a Dave's. They're my favorite sunflower seeds. I've been trying to expand, but I don't know. I always come back to Dave's.
I was a little fat kid, and I would get the Taco Supreme Johns.
See, I took one peek at the nutrition facts, and it was like 180% of your sodium daily value, and I was like, I'm straight on that one.
Have you seen? There's these guys who they have their own sunflower seed company, and they walked around during spring training, giving out
yeah.
Those
garlic
parmesan. They got some good flavors. I want to try those. Like, I really am interested in trying those. And it really made me, like, I don't give a shit about baseball, but it really made me sit there and go, wow, that guy's a dick. Or, wow, that guy's cool. Because, like, some of those guys are just like, nah. It's like
But I think some of them were like,
but to be that douchey,
some of them seem faked.
I don't know. To be that douchey about sunflower seeds, though. Like, you're a baseball player, you got all the time in the world. You can stop and talk about some like sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Because what if they are like the best sunflower seeds you've ever? The only people I'll give it to are the ones that are like, no, I don't eat sunflower seeds.
Yes.
But anyways, now that our sunflower seed conversation is over, what word do we want to do? Oh boy.
A till, is that a word?
How about angle? Okay.
Angle or angel?
Angle. So we got a green L, a green E, and a yellow G. So AG blank LE. Agile?
I was like, how stupid am I?
There we go. All right, agile. Let's get on to this Weddle. Shout out Eric Weddle, who always pops up when I start to type it in.
I've never seen Eric Weddle pop up ever.
With the worst mohawk in sports.
Yes.
So we got DeErnest Johnson.
DeErnest Johnson.
Jacksonville Jaguars running back. So it is a running back. It is AFC, not the AFC South. He's 5'11" or 6 foot. He's younger than 25. Numbers lower than 23. All right, let's just go with
Brees.
Sure. All right, it's an AFC East running back. Okay. It's not Mostert, so it's not Miami. It's not the Jets. He is 22 or 23 years old. Oh man.
Who's?
All right, so we're going over to the Patriots, or we're going over to the fucking what Bills?
He's got a low number.
Patriots or Bills? Patriots or Bills?
What was his name? Stevenson or something? Ramondre?
Ramondre? Yeah.
Not the Pats, so it's the Bills.
Fuck. A 22-year-old Bills running back?
23.
23-year-old Bills running back?
5'11".
Who? Am I tripping?
They got rid of Devan, right?
Yeah, and he's like way too old for that to even be in that conversation. What the fuck? I have no clue. What's up with this easy mode being hard? Because I don't really. James Cook.
Would not have gotten that any day of the week.
Okay, let's all right, I guess hard mode. Baker Mayfield. Drop your weapons. Have you seen the Tampa Bay Bucks quarterback? Whatever you
Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield.
So first of all, I just want to say I don't really appreciate all this Kyle Trask hate. What is this? Because all of a sudden it's he's not even good enough to beat out Baker Mayfield. First of all, Baker Mayfield
He's never played before.
He's never. Kyle Trask has never. Baker Mayfield has been given so many opportunities. Kyle Trask deserves
a million.
Kyle Trask deserves an opportunity,
at least for a couple of games.
Like, to sit here and go,
he hasn't played an NFL snap yet. I don't think, or not many.
And like, okay, there's a couple throws on air where he was a little off target.
Both of them, though.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me
that 3 throws is now what a quarterback is.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me, look, I know we make fun of Tua, we make fun of these guys, we make fun of whatever, but to sit here and pretend like you couldn't find clips of any quarterback throwing bad passes on air, come on.
We see him on Sundays.
Thank you, Devin. Thank you.
What are we talking about?
Versus NFL teams, and they play like shit. So
yeah.
I don't know. Baker's definitely going to be the starter week 1, but we'll see.
He shouldn't be.
He will be, though.
I don't think he deserves another opportunity. He hasn't shown dick.
Nah, but I mean, who knows, bro?
What, he had one fucking good game last year?
In LA?
Yeah. They're like, oh, Baker's back. Holy shit.
All right, so Baker Mayfield. So it is an NFC player, not NFC South, not offense. He's 6'2" or 6'3", 26 or 27. Numbers higher than 8. Let's go with Joey. Which Bosa? Nick Bosa? Which Bosa's 49ers?
Nick.
Which Bosa is wearing a Trump hat right now?
Joey?
So it is Niners. It is the Niners. It is defense, 6'3" or 6'2", 26 or 27.
Fred Warner.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie to you. So easy mode, normal mode was James Cook. Hard mode was Fred Warner. One of the best linebackers in the NFL was hard mode.
Okay. Well, it is offense and defense, so sometimes you can get an easy defensive player. But James Cook is not a name I'm familiar with.
I guess. All right, Devin. So we got this bracket. 16 seasons from quarterbacks, no Super Bowl wins included. And I got a whole bunch of stats for you. We're going to talk about it.
Is Cam Newton in one of those?
Yes. Cam Newton is in here. So, first two matchups, we have Tom Brady 2007 versus
The perfect season.
Russell Wilson 2020.
20 what?
2020.
2020. Was this his
So
like good half season or whatever?
So in 2007, Tom Brady obviously threw for 4,806 yards, 50 to. Also, would it be too much of a hassle to not repeat this every round?
Are you saying you want to repeat it or you don't?
Don't want to.
Yeah,
Could
just
we
a
just
once over. Yeah.
we could just go back if we need to anything?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Like if I have a
So
question, yes. Like once over.
Tom Brady 4,806 yards, 50 touchdowns. He had 69% on 578 attempts.
Nice.
8 interceptions, 16-0. He was a Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. He was first in passing yards, first in touchdown passes, and his season ended with a loss in the Super Bowl.
Two mouth breather, number one.
His top two weapons that year were Randy Moss, who was a Pro Bowler and a first team All Pro, and Wes Welker. Their defense
Forgot
was
about
ranked.
Wes.
Their defense was ranked number 3 in the NFL, and their strength of schedule they were ranked eighth hardest schedule.
It's not bad.
Russell Wilson in 2020.
Wait, why are we discussing this?
Do you want to know?
I mean,
How well he
yeah.
did? So in 2020, Russell Wilson threw for 4,212 yards, 40 touchdowns, 69% on 558 attempts, 13 interceptions. He went 12-4. He was a Pro Bowler, ninth in passing yards, third in passing touchdowns. He had 513 rushing yards with another 2 rushing touchdowns and a loss in the wild card round to end his season. His top 2 weapons were DK Metcalf, who was a Pro Bowler, Tyler Lockett. Their defense was ranked number 15, and their strength of schedule was 16.
It's not bad. It's not
bad
Tom
at all.
Brady 07 level, but that's actually not that bad.
It's one of his best seasons where he didn't win a Super Bowl, which is, he only won one, but still.
One more, yeah, but
statistically speaking. Next up we have Dan Marino 1984 versus Phillip Rivers 2018. So Dan Marino in 1984 had 5,084 yards, 48 touchdowns, 64% on 564 attempts, 17 picks. He went 14-2. He was a Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, first in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns, lost in the Super Bowl. Mark Clayton and Mark Duper were his top two weapons, both Pro Bowlers. His defense was ranked number 7, and there is no record of their strength of schedule.
Yeah, I don't think they did that back then, but their strength of whiteness on that team, Mark Duper and Mark Looper, whatever the fuck those guys were.
I guarantee there's a 50% chance one of those guys are not white. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Mark Clayton and Mark Duper.
Both white?
No, both not white.
Oh. No, they're both white.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could guarantee you that. Just because I don't know the odds. 2 white marks. Dan was just balling with 2 white marks. Come on, that's just. We're not talking about Tom Brady here. We're talking about Dan fucking Marino. Fair. 2018, Phillip Rivers 5,097 yards, 50 touch. Oh, excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Whoa. 4,308 yards, 32 touchdowns, 508 attempts, 68%, 12 picks, 12-4, Pro Bowler, 8th in passing yards, 7th in passing touchdowns, and lost in the divisional round. He had Keenan Allen and Mike Will. Keenan Allen was a Pro Bowler. Their defense was number 8, and they had the third hardest schedule in the league.
And they beat y'all that year in the playoffs.
Why would you? Why? Why would you even?
I don't know, for fun.
Oh, you mean with the Michael Crabtree and Willie Snead led Ravens? Yeah, no, yeah, that's great. I'm glad you brought that up.
You're welcome.
Thanks, because Willie, that was back when Lamar had weapons.
All right. I just want to set something straight.
What?
And I want it to be documented.
What?
Do you think currently Lamar Jackson has good enough weapons to win a Super Bowl? And not speaking from optimism as a fan, but do you think his weapons are good enough? And do you think at the end of the season, if they do good or bad, you'll say that he had weapons?
I think in the history of the NFL, having a top receiver did not matter for Super Bowl winning teams.
Okay, do you think he has weapons?
I think the offense can be good enough.
All right, but a preseason thought. Do you think he has weapons?
I think the offense is good enough to win a Super Bowl.
All I need to hear.
I don't know if he has top 10 weapons. I don't know if Odell's washed or what. But I do think that, like I said, history has proven that you don't really need a top receiver. You don't really need the best weapons. Now maybe you do now, but I don't. Nah, I don't know. I think if Lamar is about what he's really about when it comes to passing this year, I think our offense is going to be good enough. Defenses are scared of Lamar alone.
Yes.
So I don't know. We'll see. But Dan Marino's moving on.
Big time.
We got Big Ben 2014 versus Lamar Jackson 2019.
Lamar.
Okay. We'll just sure. We have Peyton Manning 2018 versus Brett Favre 1995.
You said Peyton 2018?
Excuse me. Patrick Mahomes 2018. Brett Favre 1995.
That's what interesting.
The PM.
2 MVPs.
So for Patrick Mahomes in 2018, 5,097 yards, 50 touchdowns, 66% on 580 attempts, 12 picks. He went 12-4. He was a Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, OPOY, second in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns, and lost in the conference round of the playoffs
to the Patriots.
He had where the fuck did he go? Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, both first team All Pros and Pro Bowlers. Their defense was ranked 24th, and their schedule was the 11th hardest offense. Brett Favre in 1995, 4,413 yards, 38 touchdowns, 570 attempts with 63% completed, 13 interceptions. He went 11-5. Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, OPOY, first in passing yards, first in touchdowns, lost in the conference round. Had Robert Brooks and Mark Chmura, who was a Pro Bowler. His defense was number 7 and no strength of schedule listed. All right. Look, can we just cover the stat first? Okay. Unless you had some. Go ahead real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you go. I was just going to give an answer.
So Brett Favre and Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes clears him in yards by 600. He clears him in touchdowns by 12.
Yeah.
5 less interceptions, better completion percentage.
Hell, that's a good interception year for Brett Favre there.
Yeah, 1 more win.
13 ain't bad.
Same amount of games. Both Pro Bowlers, both first team All Pros, both MVPs, both all OPOYs. Brett was first in yards and touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes was second in yards, first in touchdowns. They both lost in the conference round. He
was second in yards to Jameis.
The only thing Brett Favre has over Patrick Mahomes is the fact that Patrick Mahomes' top 2 weapons were Not only for Pro Bowlers, but both first team All Pro.
Were Brett's, were they even Pro Bowlers?
Mark Chmura. Mark Chmura. How do you say
Tomorrow.
that? Chmura. Chmura.
But same time, like a quarterback can make you a first team All Pro or not.
Fourth
Not Tyreek though.
best defense. Or Travis Kelce.
Well, we haven't seen with Kelce yet, but yes.
Well, once he loses Kelce, he's fucked. Travis Kelce, never mind. We're not even gonna get into that. But I think I'm still gonna give it to Pat.
Yeah, it's a better.
I'll still give it. Patrick Mahomes, 2018. All right, we have Peyton Manning, 2013, versus Eli Manning, 2015.
Peyton Manning, 2015.
Ooh.
Get the fuck out of here.
When were his other? What were Eli Manning's 2 best years?
Shit, I forgot he was still playing in 2015.
His 2 best years are his only 2 good years, and it's when he won a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's just speaking. It's only good years because he won the Super Bowl.
Yes, I don't even know if he had a good regular season that year. I don't think they did.
I'm just saying this right now. He had a 6-10 record on this one. I couldn't find a good enough stat record. I couldn't
statistical year. Yeah.
We have
6-10.
Joe Montana, 1990. Josh Allen, 2020. Josh Allen, 2020 versus Joe Montana, 1990. So Joe Montana threw for 3,944 yards, 26 touchdowns, 520 attempts, 62%, 16 picks. He went 14-1. He was a Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, third in yards, third in touchdowns, lost in the conference round. Had Jerry Rice, first team All Pro and Pro Bowler. John Taylor, their defense was ranked number 2 in the NFL. Josh Allen had 4,544 yards, 37 touchdowns, 69% on 572 attempts, 10 picks, went 13-3. Pro Bowler. He was second team All Pro. Fifth in passing yards, fifth in touchdowns. He also ran for 429 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. Lost in the conference round. Had where the fuck did that go? Stephon Diggs, who was first team All Pro and a Pro Bowler, along with what's his name? Fucking Cole Beasley. They had the 16th best defense and the 8th hardest schedule. All right, so Josh has him in yards, about 600. Only one more touchdown. Not way more. No, sorry. About 50 more attempts, 7% better, 6 less picks, 2 less losses, 1 less win, 1 less game. Joe Montana played 1 less game also in the entirety of this.
Okay. Well, it's still not 600 yards, but maybe a couple touchdowns.
Joe Montana was an MVP, first team All Pro, third in passing yards, third in touchdowns. Josh was
second team All Pro.
Second team All Pro, Pro Bowl, fifth in yards, fifth in touchdowns. He ran for 10 touchdowns and 420 yards. They both lost in the conference round. They both had a first team / Pro Bowl receiver. Joe had the 3rd best defense. Josh Allen had the 16th best defense.
Is it Josh?
Is it Joe?
I think it's Joe.
I think it's Joe.
But I don't know why.
Okay. So Joe threw for less, but in the NFL ranked higher.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So Joe threw for less yards, less touchdowns, but he was third and third. Josh was 5th and 5th.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Josh was second team All Pro and a Pro Bowler. Joe Montana MVP, first team All Pro and Pro Bowler. I think it's Joe
I like
Montana.
Joe.
I think it's Joe Montana.
I
Moving
like
on.
Joseph.
We got Cam Newton 2015, Matt Ryan 2016. Mm-hmm.
Camward. But
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you? I don't know about that. Let me find Matt
no,
Ryan.
you're right. I thought his rushing was more. Well, yes. Continue.
All right. Cam Newton threw for 3,837 yards, 35 touchdowns. He completed 60% of his 495 attempts. He threw 10 picks, went 15-1. Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year. He was 16th in passing yards, 5th in passing touchdowns. He ran for 636 yards and 10 touchdowns, lost in the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan, 4,944 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 534 attempts, 70%, 7 interceptions. He went 11-5. Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, second in passing yards, second in passing touchdowns, and lost in the Super Bowl. Now, Cam Newton had Greg Olsen, who was a Pro Bowler, and then Ted Ginn Jr. Their defense was ranked 6th, and they had the 22nd hardest schedule. Matt Ryan, they had the second hardest schedule. He had Julio Jones, who was a first-team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler, and Mohamed Sanu with the 27th ranked defense.
27th ranked defense. 11-5.
Look, Cam has
MVP
him.
both years.
Cam only has him in record.
Hmm.
He has him. He has the not even Opoi. They both have Opoi, both have MVP, both first team All Pro, both Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan was second in yards and touchdowns to Cam's 16-5. Cam did run for 600 yards and 10 touchdowns. So, that has to be accounted for, but
at the same time, the Panthers never had the lead in that Super Bowl.
are we going to base that on that one factor though? Cuz Cam should have went in there and obliterated that old fucker, but he let Peyton Manning hobble out there with another Super Bowl ring.
For whatever reason.
I kind of want to say Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
I kind of like Matt Ryan here. I don't know. I like Matt Ryan here. We got Aaron Rodgers 2020, Mike Vick 04.
2020 A-Rod.
So in 2020, A-Rod threw for 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, 526 attempts completed that. His completion percentage was 71%, 5 picks, 13-3. Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro, MVP, 7th in passing yards, first in touchdowns, lost in the conference round. Michael Vick, this was a gag, I guess. 2,313 yards, 14 touchdowns, completed 56% of his 321 attempts, 12 picks, 11-4. Pro Bowler, 26 in yards, 24th in touchdowns. Ran for 902 yards with 3 touchdowns, lost in the conference round. I'm not even giving you the other stats. It's Aaron fucking Rodgers.
How many dogs did he get?
Oh, I didn't get that. I couldn't make a column for that just because,
Oh, shit. My bad.
We are on to the second round. We got Tom Brady 2007 versus Dan Marino 1984.
Tom Brady.
Whoa, buddy.
Don't whoa buddy me.
I'm going to whoa buddy you. It's okay. Let's look at, so Dan Marino has more yards than Tom, has 200 more yards. So relax. Tom has 2 more touchdowns.
Wait, what?
Tom threw 50 touchdowns. Dan threw 48. Yeah, slow your roll. Slow your roll.
I was thinking of Joe Montana's stats.
Dan threw 17 picks. Tom threw 8. Tom went 16-0. Dan went 14-2. They both were Pro Bowlers. Both were first team All Pro. Both were MVPs. Both were Opoys. Both were first in passing yards. Both were first in passing in touchdowns. Both lost in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, Randy Moss, and Wes Welker to Mark Clayton and Mark Duper. Third best defense for Tom Brady. 7th best defense for Dan. It's close. I think it's close. I think
I still
I
think it's Tom.
okay. Tell me why.
He's got 2 more touchdowns.
Okay, in a way more pass heavy era, but sure.
Well,
84.
don't act like they weren't. If Dan threw for more yards, then they're a pass heavy football team.
So, oh, you're right. You're right. In the 80s, they threw just as much in the 2000s.
All right, this was also this time in the in the 2000s was also a very run heavy
But compared to
time
the
in the
early
league. There were
80s,
2 running MVPs.
compared to the early 80s, you don't. So you think a 50 touchdown season now is more impressive than if it happened in 82? Because
It
let's be
didn't.
real. Let's be real. It's 48-50. It's not that big a difference. Let's not do that.
No,
It's a
yeah, it's not.
50 it's a 50 it's a 50 year in 84 versus a 50 year in '07. To be honest. That's how I look at it.
Sure.
Tom won 2 more games. They
Yeah.
have same accolades, same records, or same awards. Both lost in the Super Bowl. One team was undefeated and lost to the shitty Giants. One team lost to a great Washington team.
Shut the fuck up with that shit, dude. Don't pull that shit now. You said 82?
84. But I was just saying, like, early 80s period.
Yes.
And Tom Brady had Randy Moss in the third best defense.
Yeah. But you're gonna sit here and say that Dan Marino.
On paper, bro, when you're looking at it, bro, I mean, okay. I think personally, if Dan Marino had Randy Moss, it might not be Dan Marino might not hit that season, might not be in here because he probably won the Super Bowl. He
Dan
damn near won a
Marino.
Super Bowl with Mark Clayton and Mark Duper. Tom Brady couldn't win a Super Bowl with Randy. His best. What did I say? This is why fucking top receivers in the league do not make you a Super Bowl winning team. Tom Brady's best weapon ever at receiver.
At receiver. Wait, what was
Now
his other better weapon than Randy Moss?
Gronk. But
No, not better than Randy Moss.
are you fucking stupid?
A little bit.
Randy Moss was there. Tom had Randy Moss for like a season.
Season and a half. 2 seasons.
Gronk was there the entirety. Tom
No,
Brady
I'm
had.
I'm saying single season weapon. It was Randy.
I guess, but no, because they didn't win a Super Bowl. They didn't. They did not get it done. That's what I'm saying.
Regular season, sure.
Bro. The whole point of this is everybody in here lost the Super Bowl. They
No,
did not make it
I
to the Super
know.
Bowl. But what I'm saying is, this is just more proof that who the fuck cares who your number one receiver is. You don't have to have the top guy.
No.
Period. I think it's Dan Marino. Do we need to flip a coin? We can flip a coin. Is that what it's come to? A coin flip? I don't have a coin. Hold on. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Hey Siri. You fucking bitch. Hey Siri. I don't even know how to. Oh, hold on. Here we go.
I mean,
Flip a coin. It's
if the
tails.
Dolphins lost to our shitty
It's tails.
Washington organization, that's on them.
Did you say tails?
I said heads.
Nice. Fuck you. Dan Marino's moving on.
Who gives a fuck about Dan Marino?
I give a fuck. Fuck Tom Brady and fuck that 2007 year. You should have got it done.
Dan's never won dick.
You wouldn't be on this list.
Dan hasn't won dick.
Be on this list.
So you can put. Hey, guess what? You can put every single Dan Marino season in that motherfucker, and we can. How about we rank all of them? The ones where he hasn't won a Super Bowl. Every single one.
Big bold take there. Tom Brady's better than Dan Marino. Oh, what a wild. You better calm down. They're going to attack you on Twitter for that one, Devin. I mean, holy shit.
I know they are.
Holy shit. Lamar Jackson 2019, Patrick Mahomes 2018. Now this is the matchup we wanted. This is the matchup.
All right. You say whatever.
This is the matchup I want. What? Oh, is it we don't gotta look at it? It's Patrick Mahomes? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Okay. All right, let's see. We got Patrick Mahomes 2018, Lamar 2019. So
I know you're going to end up talking about both of their weapons. I understand.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to talk about the fact that sure, Patrick Mahomes, it's 5,000 to 3,000 in yards. It's 50 touchdowns to 36 touchdowns. But what did Lamar ran for 1,200 yards.
Mm.
Oh. And then ran for 7 touchdowns. Oh.
How many yards did Lamar throw for?
That's he 3,127.
Okay.
And then he ran for 1,200.
Yeah.
And then he ran for 1,200 more yards.
So not 5,000 total.
He ran for 1,200 more yards.
Yeah, he did.
He ran for 1,200 more yards. Now Patrick Mahomes went 12-4. Lamar Jackson 13-2. So no big difference there. Patrick Mahomes threw 12 picks to Lamar's 6. Oh, and let's also talk about the fact that Patrick Mahomes had 180 more attempts than Lamar Jackson. I don't know if that's a big fucking deal to you or not.
Well, it's a passing offense.
You are such a dick eater. It's 180 more attempts. That should be like.
All right, how many more rushing attempts did Lamar have over Patrick Mahomes?
Not every time that Lamar ran, it was a design run though. He had been dropping back. So you're gonna hold on. We're
that still counts as a rushing attempt, correct?
So we're gonna dock Lamar a point because Patrick Mahomes can't rush like Lamar?
No, what I'm saying is that in their offenses, Patrick Mahomes was meant to throw the ball 50 times a game.
Yes, but I'm saying to sit here and go, oh, he didn't crack 5,000. Look at what Patrick Mahomes had. He also threw the ball 180 more times.
Yeah, but Lamar didn't come close in total yards and has less touchdowns total no matter how many he ran or passed for.
That's fucking fantastic. But we can also talk about the fact that he threw 180 more balls. That might be the biggest. That's like the biggest gap in here.
Yeah, but we're looking at two different offenses.
I know. That is the beauty of this right here. But I don't think Patrick Mahomes having that many more passing yards and that many more passing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson is that big of a is like, all right, yep, that's it. We don't even have to have a discussion. I think the fact that Lamar ran for 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns is a big factor.
Sure.
Is a big old factor. 1,200 yards is ridiculous. Both won MVP. Pat does have the Opoi. I want to say the Opoi the year Lamar won went to Saquon. Not Saquon, Derrick Henry. Sorry. Derrick Henry.
Was it Derrick?
Yeah, I want to say it was Derrick Henry. It was his 2,000-yard year.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. I think it was. Lamar was 22nd in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, second in yards, first in touchdowns.
It was Michael Thomas that year, dude.
Oh, my bad.
It was 100 because he had 149 receptions.
Oh, yeah, because everybody gassed that shit for some reason. It's okay.
And he hasn't played a snap since, basically.
But, okay, so I did want to talk about this, though. This is a little interesting. So when I go down here, I see that Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, I know. The weapons, yes, we're aware.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter that we're comparing Travis Kelce, the first team All Pro, Travis Kelce, Pro Bowl, Travis Kelce, and first team All Pro, and Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill versus Pro Bowler Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown.
Yes.
Is that what we're doing?
And then he won again when he did not have Tyreek Hill.
Oh.
He won MVP again.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
Oh. Was that the year? What year was that?
That was last year.
Oh. Was that? What did he do that year?
Oh, I know it's not in this, but yes.
No, what did he do that year?
Oh, he won the Super Bowl.
Oh.
But he did win one without the weapon that you were referring to.
I guess it just doesn't matter. Oh, so what you're saying is you don't think that.
So you're saying that Lamar wins this, and that's fine. You can.
Lamar moves. No, but I don't like this. I don't like this animosity you have towards Lamar all of a sudden because
it's not animosity. There's no animosity at all. I'm saying
you're downplaying.
I'm saying Patrick had a better season.
In what sense? He had a receiver he could throw to inflate his yards and touchdowns? That's it. That's all it is. He got that and an extra trophy that says "Oh boy."
Yes, he does.
Yes. Okay. What are we talking about? And I just want to remind you, 13-2, 12-4. That's one whole extra game for Patrick Mahomes.
He played an extra game as well. You said 13-2 or 14-2?
13-2.
Yeah, Lamar didn't play the last one.
Versus 12-4. That's what I'm saying. Lamar sat
I
out. Bro, I don't know. To sit here and be like, oh, he won a Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill. That's great. Fucking Tom Brady won a Super Bowl without Randy Moss. That's my point. You don't need a star-studded receiver to win a Super Bowl. Thank you. But I'm saying Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce were both Pro Bowlers, both first-team All-Pros that year.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and play the Dak Prescott game and just because he inflated his numbers, and that's the only argument over Lamar, I'm not rocking. We can flip a coin.
No,
If you think it's Pat, we can flip a coin.
I can agree with Lamar being it, but
what? I don't. If you think it's Patrick Mahomes, it's fine. But I just want to know why you think comparing Tyreek Hill to Hollywood Brown is even a fair comparison. I mean,
I'm not. We're not comparing.
We're comparing like smart water to shit water. I mean, that's what we're doing here.
Potentially.
I mean, we're looking into the toilet, going, "Oh yeah, he had a good run." Like, I mean, there's nothing good about Hollywood Brown. I'm sorry.
No.
Is Lamar gonna lose to fucking 1984 Dan Marino? Maybe. We'll fucking see. But we got Patrick Mahomes 2013 versus Joe Montana 1990.
Peyton Manning 2013.
Peyton Manning 2013.
Okay, you said Pat.
Pat, what'd I say?
You said Mahomes.
Oh, sorry. Versus Joe Montana 1990.
Is that Peyton?
I mean, it is Peyton.
I don't remember all of Joe's stats.
To save the viewers from wasting time. I mean, Joe didn't have a terrible year, but he didn't crack 4,000 yards. He only had 26 touchdowns. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into it. And we'll save Peyton. We got Matt Ryan 2016, Aaron Rodgers 2020. So Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers. So very close in yards. about 200 yard difference in. Oh no, sorry, 600 yard difference in Matt Ryan's favor. 10 more touchdowns for Aaron. 71% on 526 for Aaron. 70% on 534 for Matt. 5 picks to Matt Ryan. 7. 13-3 for Aaron, 11-5 for Matt. Both Pro Bowlers, both first team All Pro, both MVPs, both Opoys. No Opoy for Aaron Rodgers that year. He was 7th and 1st in yards and touchdowns. Matt Ryan was 2nd and 2nd.
I think 2020 was Derrick Henry's Opoy, maybe.
Yeah. And then Aaron Rodgers had Devontae Adams and Robert Tonyan with the 13th best defense and the 11th hardest schedule. Matt Ryan had Julio Jones
and Sanu.
Sanu, the 27th ranked defense and the 2nd hardest schedule. Huh. So Matt has him in yards by like 700. Aaron Rodgers has him in touchdowns by 10.
2 less picks.
Pro Bowler, first team All Pro MVP. Pro Bowler, first team All Pro MVP. Opoy, 2nd and 2nd to 2nd and 1st. Aaron Rodgers lost in the conference round. Matt Ryan lost in the Super Bowl.
Should not have lost in the conference round. That was total bullshit.
Julio and Sanu versus Devontae Adams and Tonyan. So first team All Pro / All Pro versus first team All Pro / All Pro. 13th best defense for Aaron. 27th best defense for Matt Ryan. 11th hardest schedule for Aaron, second hardest defense for Matt Ryan, or second hardest schedule for Matt Ryan.
It's close. Very, very close.
Is it Matt Ryan?
If it is, it's barely.
I really think it's.
But 10 more touchdowns, though.
I think we should just flip a coin.
Yeah,
This is a
I don't have a thing either way. I don't care who it is.
So tails for Aaron Rodgers, heads for Matt Ryan. Flip a coin. It is tails. Aaron
Tails
Rodgers
was Aaron
moves
Ryan. Okay,
on.
good.
All right.
I don't like Matt Ryan.
Dan Marino 84 versus Lamar 2019. All right. So let me pull up Lamar. Let me pull up Dan Marino. So Dan, 5,000 yards.
And you can't use the weapons one here.
5,000. Oh, I know. 5,000 yards to 3,100. 36 touchdowns to Dan Marino's 48. 400 attempts to Dan Marino's 564. Lamar 66%, Dan Marino 64%. Lamar 6 picks, Dan Marino 17 picks. Lamar 13-2, Dan went 14-2. Lamar was Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP. Dan Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP. Opoy 22nd in passing yards, first in touchdowns. Dan Marino was first in yards, first in touchdowns, lost in the Super Bowl. Lamar lost in the divisional round, ran for his 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. He had Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown, the third best defense. And
Who, the Ravens?
Yeah, and the 8th hardest schedule. Dan Marino, Mark Clayton, Mark Duper, and the 7th best defense. Plain and simple.
That's a crazy year from Dan.
This is Patrick Mahomes without the OD weapons. This is that Dan Marino season. So
yeah, I mean the biggest argument for it not being Mahomes was that he had 2 All Pros.
So if we're going off of that, I mean, I have to be fair. I mean, it's Dan Marino. If Dan Marino had
Jerry Rice and somebody else who played in '84,
then we'll talk about it. Not Shannon Sharp, fucking Sterling Sharp or something. That we'll talk about.
Sterling, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Dan Marino, 1984.
Why he's moving on, we don't know, but he is.
Because it's Dan fucking Marino. And we have Peyton Manning 2013 versus Aaron Rodgers 2020.
Peyton.
We got our final matchup. We got Peyton Manning 2018. No, sorry. We have Peyton Manning 2013.
Peyton Manning 2013. You have Mahomes and Manning flipped.
It's because I just have PM written down, so sometimes it fucks me up. We have Peyton Manning 2013.
You can write BM down for Matt Ryan. Bowel movement. Because he sucks.
Dan Marino 1984, Peyton Manning 2013. So, we haven't even talked about Peyton Manning this year.
No.
So in
55 touchdowns, though.
Peyton Manning threw for 5,477 yards, 55 touchdowns, 659 attempts, 68 completion percentage, 10 picks. He went 13-3. He was a Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, an MVP, an Opoy, first in yards, first in touchdowns, lost in the Super Bowl. Dan Marino, 5,084 yards, 48 touchdowns, 564 completions, 64 completion percentage, 17 picks. He went 14-2, Pro Bowler, first team All Pro, MVP, Opoy, first in yards, first in touchdowns, lost in the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning in 2013 had Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace, Pro Bowler.
Yes.
And Eric Decker. They had 27.
And was Emmanuel there?
Yeah, I want to say, was Emmanuel there or was he still in Pittsburgh? Eric Decker was better statistically, um, which is he was still in Pittsburgh.
Okay, guys.
Okay, yeah, he was still in Pittsburgh. Okay. Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker with the 22nd best defense, the 15th hardest schedule. Dan Marino had Mark Clayton, Mark Duper, both Pro Bowlers, and the 7th best defense.
Mm-hmm. He had, what, 7 more picks, 7 less touchdowns, 100 less attempts,
300 less yards,
but 100 less attempts.
100 less attempts. Whoa.
I don't think
Whoa.
that, man. I still think it's Peyton.
Devin.
All right.
That's like
You're going to tell me that the 100 attempts now makes it fucking not Peyton Manning?
I didn't even at first I thought it was 6 and 6 something.
No, it was 560 and 660.
Dude.
659.
That's like 3 games. That's 3 pass heavy games.
Yeah.
4 games. That's 4 games. That's almost 4 games.
That's 3 games from these offenses, from these pass heavy offenses.
25 passes in 1 game is a lot. So, but
shit, they were throwing for like 50 in these games.
No, bruh. Everything is super close, except that.
No, it's not,
dude. It is. Peyton Manning 5,400 yards. Dan Marino 5,000 yards. 48 touchdowns for Dan. 7 touchdowns for Peyton Manning. 659 attempts to Dan Marino's 564.
All right, but no matter how many times someone has thrown the ball in the NFL, no one has thrown for 55 touchdowns. No one's thrown for more than 50 touchdowns except for him.
But 7 less on 100 less attempts isn't just as impressive? You're telling me he's not cracking 55 with those extra 100 attempts?
Maybe, maybe not. Who fucking knows?
Come on, bro. I think there's a discussion to be had.
Yeah, and I still think it's Peyton Manning.
But you're giving Peyton Manning the win because of what he's beating Dan Marino in by a small margin, when Dan Marino is beating him by some pretty large margins.
Tom Brady threw for 733 times in 2022 for the Bucs. Did not come close to 55 touchdowns.
Okay.
That's 80 more.
Guess what? Guess what? Dan Marino wasn't 40 when this happened, so he wasn't out of his prime, or excuse me, almost 45.
Matt Stafford threw for 727 in 2012.
Matt Stafford's a fucking stat pattern.
Peyton Manning threw for 10 more or 20 more in 2010.
Okay.
Did not have 55 touchdowns.
Tell me why it's Peyton Manning. You're giving me all these other stats. You're telling me about all these other people. Tell me why Peyton Manning in 2013 is beating Dan Marino in 1984. I need you to convince me, because I'm not convinced.
Because, all right, he has 7 more touchdowns on more attempts. Sure, give
100 more attempts.
He also has 7 less picks. He also has the most touchdowns in NFL history in a single season.
We're not doing NFL history. It's 55 to 48. So
all right, then it's better and less picks on less attempts.
But you're going.
I'm saying that the attempts are now evened out because he has less picks and less touchdowns
and
more yards.
Here's the thing, though. You're going. Dan Marino had 48. Peyton Manning had the most ever in a season. Like
what I'm saying now. Okay.
But you get what I'm. It's like
okay. Yes. All right. Now listen. Listen.
Is still great.
Dan had 48. He had 17 picks. You're saying that the attempts is an argument. I don't think it is, because he had less picks and more touchdowns.
If you want to say the touchdowns and the picks cancel out the completions or the attempts, I'll give that to you.
I think they do.
Which after that leaves us with. So then let's take that off the table then. That leaves us with a 13-3 record versus a 14-2 record. They both first-team All-Pro, both MVPs, both Pro Bowlers, both OPOYs, both first in passing yards, both first in passing touchdowns. Both lost in the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning had Demaryius Thomas, Eric Decker, Mark Duper, Mark Clayton for for Dan Marino. They had the 22nd best defense in Denver. They had the 7th best defense in Miami. I think it's Peyton by a very small margin.
I don't think it's as small as it should be.
I don't think it's big. I don't think it's that big.
I don't think it's massive, but it's also fucking. I don't know.
I think Dan Marino 1984, great season, very historical season, and still holds up to seasons today.
Sure.
5,000 yards, 48 touchdowns. Doesn't hold up with today's game.
It could.
I mean, he's 2 touchdowns away.
It does.
It does.
Statistically,
It 100%
yes.
does. It 100% does. But yeah, okay. So the best season out of these 16, because I'm gonna in the future, and unless you don't like this bracket idea, in the future I'm
No, I like it.
thinking, like 16 more seasons, but like maybe not have like 2 of the most dominant seasons ever in it.
Sure. Try to
Like
find some
we knew it was
even
gonna be
shit.
Tom or Peyton. I'm honestly happy I didn't let Tom go that far just to throw a curveball in this whole thing, but maybe if we do 16 other seasons, but it's like, it's not Peyton Manning's best year. It's not Tom Brady's best year. It's just different
Sure.
seasons, like Peyton Manning in 2009, and Tom Brady in 2017, shit like that. Like I might switch it
Sure.
up some more. But yeah, I guess bracket. We talked NBA. We talked a little bit NFL. We talked Target. We talked some other shit. I think it's time to get out of here. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back with a brand new episode on Saturday with another bracket, more shit to talk about, and to talk about game 1 of the finals. Devin, you got any last words before we get out of here?
Jimmy's the best player in the league and the best single season in the NFL ever was Jason Campbell 2009. So, congratulations.
Well, you heard him. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. Back with a brand new episode on Saturday. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Balls.